Welcome to channel name Coins Worth TV. Today, we're diving into the exciting world of rare and valuable Washington quarters that could be hiding right in your pocket change, coin jar, or old collection. From hidden mint errors and no mint mark varieties to high-value rare dates worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, these famous American quarters are full of surprises collectors are searching for right now. We'll explore the history, value, rare errors, and secret details that make certain Washington quarters incredibly valuable in today's coin market. So before you spend another quarter, make sure to watch until the end, because you might already own a hidden treasure worth far more than just top 4. First up, the 1972 Washington quarter is one of the most interesting modern American coins for collectors because it represents an important time in United States coin history. Many people search for the 1972 quarter today because some examples can carry strong collector value depending on condition, mint errors, and rarity in high grades. The Washington quarter series has been popular for decades, and even though most 1972 quarters are common in circulation, certain pieces can still surprise collectors with impressive values. One important detail collectors often discuss is the mint mark. A true 1972 D quarter should have a small D mint mark showing it was made at the Denver Mint. When people talk about a 1972 D without mint mark, they are usually referring either to a worn coin where the mint mark disappeared because of damage or grease-filled dies, or they may actually have a Philadelphia issue, because Philadelphia quarters from 1972 were normally struck without a mint mark. This confusion has made the coin especially interesting for beginners searching through pocket change and old coin jars. The history behind the 1972 Washington quarter connects directly to the changing economy and coinage system of the United States during the early 1970s. The Washington quarter series originally began in 1932 to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. By 1972, the United States Mint was producing huge numbers of quarters because Americans relied heavily on coins for everyday commerce, vending machines, transportation, and cash transactions. Silver had already been removed from regular circulating quarters after 1964 because rising silver prices made precious metal coins too expensive for circulation. As a result, the 1972 quarter was produced using a copper-nickel clad composition instead of silver. America in 1972 was experiencing inflation, economic changes, and growing industrial production, and the mint responded by creating massive numbers of coins to meet public demand. Even though the 1972 quarter was made in enormous quantities, collectors today still search for exceptional examples because modern coins in top condition can become surprisingly scarce. The design of the 1972 Washington quarter remains one of the most recognizable coin designs in American history. The obverse, or front side, features a left-facing portrait of George Washington designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington's head appears the word Liberty, while the national motto "In God We Trust" is placed to the left side. The date, 1972, appears at the bottom. On quarters struck at the Denver Mint, a small D mint mark appears to the right of Washington's ponytail. The reverse side displays a powerful eagle with spread wings perched on a bundle of arrows, symbolizing military strength and national unity, while olive branches below the arrows represent peace. The words United States of America curve around the top edge, and quarter dollar appears along the bottom. The motto EPLUBUSUNUM is displayed above the eagle. The coin contains an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. The quarter weighs 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. Its reeded edge gives it the classic appearance familiar to Americans for generations. The mint mark information is especially important for this coin because many people misunderstand what no mint mark means. In 1972, quarters were mainly struck at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Philadelphia quarters from that year normally carried no mint mark at all, which was standard practice at the time for most Philadelphia coins. Denver coins, however, use the D mint mark. Therefore, a genuine 1972 D quarter should normally show the D. If the mint mark appears missing, several possibilities exist. The mint mark may have been worn away through heavy circulation, damaged intentionally, or hidden due to a filled die error where grease temporarily blocked part of the design during striking. True missing mint mark errors on 1972 D quarters are extremely rare and highly debated among collectors. This is why careful examination is important before assuming a coin is valuable. The mintage numbers for the 1972 Washington quarter were extremely high. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 215 million quarters, while the Denver Mint struck over 356 million examples. These huge production numbers mean the coin is generally considered common in circulated grades. However, rarity changes dramatically in higher mint state conditions. Coins graded MS66 or above become much more difficult to find because most quarters entered circulation immediately and suffered scratches, contact marks, and wear. As a result, collectors often pay strong premiums for sharply struck, well-preserved examples with original mint luster. The value of a 1972 quarter depends heavily on condition, mint mark, and whether any errors are present. In poor condition, a normal circulated 1972 quarter is usually worth only face value, which is 25 cents. In average circulated condition, most examples range between 25 cents and $1, depending on eye appeal. Fine condition coins with moderate wear may sell for $1 to $3. Extremely fine examples with only light wear can bring around $5 to $10. Uncirculated coins become more valuable because fewer survive without damage. Lower mint state examples, such as MS63 or MS64, may sell for $15 to $40 depending on quality. In very high grades like MS66 and above, prices can rise dramatically into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some certified high-grade 1972 D quarters with exceptional strike quality and luster have achieved impressive auction results. Premium examples graded at the very top of the population have sold for several $1,000s because advanced registry set collectors compete aggressively for the finest known specimens. Collectors are especially interested in rare errors and varieties associated with the 1972 quarter. Doubled die varieties can show noticeable doubling in letters or numbers, especially around Liberty or the date. Off-center strikes occur when the coin blank is not properly aligned during striking, leaving part of the design missing. Clipped planchet errors happen when the metal blank is improperly cut before striking, creating curved missing sections along the edge. Die cracks appear as raised lines caused by broken dies during production. Broad strike errors occur when the retaining collar fails, causing the coin to spread outward without a defined edge. Rotated die errors can create unusual alignment between the front and back designs. Wrong planchet strikes are especially valuable because they occur when a quarter design is accidentally struck on metal intended for another denomination. Some error quarters have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and condition. This is why collectors carefully inspect every 1972 quarter they encounter. One reason the 1972 quarter remains exciting is because hidden treasures can still be discovered today. Since hundreds of millions were produced, these coins still appear in circulation, old family collections, coin jars, estate sales, flea markets, and bank rolls. Many people ignore older quarters because they assume only silver coins have value, but high-grade clad quarters and rare errors can be surprisingly valuable. Roll hunters often search through boxes of bankrupt quarters, hoping to uncover overlooked mint state examples or unusual minting mistakes. Sometimes coins stored for decades in old drawers or boxes remain in exceptional condition simply because they were forgotten. Collectors should always examine a 1972 quarter carefully before selling or cleaning it. Cleaning is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make because harsh cleaning can permanently damage the surface and reduce collector value dramatically. Even rare coins lose value after improper polishing or scrubbing. It is important to check the coin under good lighting and magnification for errors, sharp details, and original mint luster. If a coin appears unusually well preserved or contains an interesting error, professional grading through services such as PCGS or NGC may help confirm authenticity and condition. Safe storage is also important. Coins should be kept in protective holders, flips, or capsules away from moisture and extreme temperatures to prevent corrosion and scratches. The investment potential for the 1972 quarter depends mainly on grade and rarity. Ordinary circulated examples are unlikely to become major investments because of their huge surviving numbers. However, collector demand for top-quality certified coins continues to grow, especially among registry collectors competing for the finest examples. Rare error coins also remain highly desirable because collectors enjoy unusual mint mistakes. As the supply of pristine uncirculated examples decreases over time, values for elite condition quarters may continue rising. Modern coin collecting has expanded rapidly online through YouTube, social media, and auction platforms, bringing new attention to overlooked clad coinage from the 1960s and 1970s. There are many fun facts about the 1972 quarter that casual collectors may not know. Even though the coin contains no silver, some people still save them because of interesting errors or exceptional condition. The Washington quarter design became one of the longest-running designs in American coin history. Millions of Americans have handled 1972 quarters without realizing some high-grade examples are worth far more than face value. Another surprising fact is that modern clad coins can sometimes become rarer in perfect condition than much older silver coins because fewer people preserved them carefully. This creates a fascinating challenge for collectors searching for top-quality examples today. As we wrap up this deep dive into the 1972 Washington quarter, remember that valuable coins are not always ancient or made of silver. Sometimes hidden treasures are sitting quietly in everyday change, old collections, or forgotten jars waiting to be discovered. The next time you find a 1972 quarter, take a closer look because condition, errors, and mint details can make a huge difference in value. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, valuable error coins, and hidden treasure stories from American coin history. And before you spend your next quarter, check your pockets carefully because you never know what treasure might be hiding in your hands today. Next up, the 1990 Washington quarter is a fascinating modern American coin that continues to attract attention from collectors, coin hunters, and treasure seekers across the world. Many people overlook this quarter because it appears common at first glance, but certain examples can actually carry strong collector value depending on condition, rarity, and mint errors. The Washington Quarter series is one of the most collected coin series in United States history, and the 1990 issue has become especially popular among modern coin collectors searching for high-grade examples and unusual varieties. When people mention a 1990 P quarter without mint mark, it often creates confusion because quarters made at the Philadelphia Mint in 1990 were supposed to have a small P mint mark. If a 1990 quarter truly appears to have no mint mark, collectors immediately become interested because it could indicate a rare mint error, damage, or a filled die issue. This mystery and possibility of hidden value make the coin exciting for YouTube audiences and beginner collectors alike. The history of the 1990 Washington Quarter reflects an important period in modern American coinage. The Washington Quarter series first began in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and by 1990, the design had already been circulating for nearly 6 decades. During the late 1980s and early 1990s, the United States economy was changing rapidly, electronic banking was growing, but coins still played a major role in everyday life. Millions of quarters were needed for vending machines, parking meters, arcades, laundromats, and cash transactions. The U.S. Mint produced enormous numbers of quarters to meet public demand. By 1990, clad coinage had fully replaced silver in circulation for over 25 years, and Americans had become accustomed to copper-nickel quarters instead of precious metal coins. Although the 1990 quarter was originally intended as an ordinary circulation coin, Collectors today study it carefully because modern coins in exceptional condition can become surprisingly scarce and valuable over time. The design details of the 1990 Washington quarter remain iconic and instantly recognizable. The obverse, or front side, features a portrait of George Washington facing left. This design was created by sculptor John Flanagan and remains one of the most enduring images in American coinage history. Above Washington's head appears the word Liberty, while the national motto "In God We Trust" is positioned to the left side. The date, 1990, appears below the portrait. On standard Philadelphia examples, a small P mint mark should appear to the right of Washington's ponytail. The reverse side displays a majestic eagle with wings spread wide, perched on a bundle of arrows representing strength and military readiness, while olive branches beneath symbolize peace. Around the top edge are the words United States of America, while quarter dollar curves along the bottom. The Latin phrase E plus unum appears above the eagle. The coin is made from a copper core covered by outer layers of copper and nickel. It weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and features a reeded edge that gives it the classic quarter appearance. The mint mark information is one of the most important parts of this coin's story. In 1990, quarters were struck at the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint for circulation, while proof versions were made in San Francisco. Philadelphia quarters carried the P mint mark because the mint had begun placing mint marks on Philadelphia quarters starting in 1980. Therefore, a genuine 1990 Philadelphia quarter should normally show a P. If a collector finds a 1990 quarter without a mint mark, several explanations are possible. The mint mark may have been worn away through damage or heavy circulation, or it could result from a grease-filled die where the mint mark area failed to strike properly. True missing mint mark errors from Philadelphia are extremely rare and highly collectible if authenticated. Because of this, collectors carefully inspect these coins under magnification before determining whether they are valuable mint errors or simply damaged pieces. The mintage numbers for the 1990 quarter were extremely large because the United States needed huge quantities of circulating coinage at the time. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 613 million quarters, while the Denver Mint struck over 927 million examples. These massive numbers mean the 1990 quarter is generally considered a common modern coin in circulated grades. However, rarity changes significantly when collectors look for coins in pristine mint state condition. Many quarters entered circulation immediately and suffered scratches, contact marks, and wear. Finding sharply struck, brilliant examples with strong luster and minimal imperfections can be surprisingly difficult. This is why certified high-grade coins often command much higher prices than ordinary circulated examples. The value of a 1990 quarter depends heavily on condition, eye appeal, mint errors, and whether the coin has been professionally graded. In poor condition, most examples are worth only face value or 25 cents. Typical circulated coins usually range between 25 cents and $1 depending on wear and overall appearance. Fine condition examples may sell for $1 to $3, while extremely fine coins with only light wear can reach $5 or more. Uncirculated examples showing full mint luster generally range from $10 to $30 in lower mint state grades. Coins graded MS65 or higher become more desirable because fewer survive in exceptional condition. Premium examples graded MS67 or above by professional grading companies such as PCGS or NGC can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Certain registry quality specimens have achieved impressive auction prices due to their rarity in top condition. If a genuine missing mint mark error were authenticated on a 1990 quarter, its value could increase dramatically because of collector demand for unusual mint mistakes. Collectors are especially fascinated by rare errors and varieties associated with the 1990 quarter series. Doubled die errors can show noticeable doubling on lettering, numbers, or design elements. Off-center strikes happen when the blank planchet is not properly aligned during striking, causing part of the design to be missing. Clipped planchet errors occur when the coin blank is improperly cut, leaving a curved missing section along the edge. Die cracks appear as raised lines caused by cracked dies during the minting process. Broad strike errors happen when the retaining collar fails, allowing the coin to spread outward during striking. Rotated die errors create unusual alignment between the front and back designs. Wrong planchet errors are particularly exciting because they occur when a quarter design is struck on metal intended for another denomination. Filled die errors can also create weak or missing mint marks, which is why some collectors become excited when they find a 1990 quarter without the expected P mint mark. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1990 quarter is the hidden treasure possibility. Because billions were released into circulation, these coins can still be found in pocket change, bank rolls, old jars, dresser drawers, estate sales, and inherited collections. Most people spend them without a second thought, which means valuable high-grade examples and rare errors may still be hiding in plain sight. Coin roll hunters often search through large amounts of quarters hopping to discover pristine mint state coins or unusual minting mistakes. Sometimes coins stored for decades in untouched collections remain in beautiful condition and can surprise collectors with unexpected value. Collectors should always examine a 1990 quarter carefully before selling or cleaning it. Cleaning is one of the biggest mistakes new collectors make because harsh polishing or scrubbing permanently damages the coin's surface and lowers its collector value. Original surfaces are highly important in numismatics. A coin with natural luster and untouched surfaces is almost always more desirable than a cleaned coin. Collectors should inspect the mint mark area carefully using magnification and strong lighting. If the coin appears to have a legitimate error or unusually high quality, professional grading from companies like PCGS or NGC may help confirm authenticity and maximize value. Safe storage is also important. Coins should be placed in protective holders or capsules away from moisture, heat, and scratches. The investment potential for the 1990 quarter mainly depends on rarity in top condition and collector demand for errors. Ordinary circulated examples are unlikely to become major investments because of their massive production numbers. However, the market for modern certified coins has grown significantly in recent years. Registry collectors compete for the finest known examples, and rare mint state quarters can command strong prices at auction. Error coins continue to attract attention because collectors enjoy unique minting mistakes that make one coin different from millions of others. As more people enter the hobby through YouTube and online coin communities, interest in modern-clad coinage continues to rise steadily. There are several fun facts about the 1990 Washington quarter that many casual collectors never realize. The Washington quarter design used in 1990 had already been in circulation for nearly 60 years, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Even though the coin contains no silver, some rare high-grade examples are worth far more than older silver quarters in lower condition. Another surprising fact is that modern coins can actually become harder to find in perfect condition because fewer people saved them carefully compared to older collectible coins. Many collectors also enjoy searching for filled mint mark errors because they create the appearance of a mysterious, no mint mark coin. As we come to the end of this exploration of the 1990 Washington quarter, remember that valuable coins are not always ancient, silver, or gold. Sometimes hidden treasures are sitting quietly in everyday pocket change waiting to be discovered. The next time you see a 1990 quarter, take a closer look at the condition, mint mark, and possible errors because one small detail could make a huge difference in value. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, valuable mint errors, and hidden treasure stories from the world of coin collecting. And before you spend your next quarter, check it carefully because your next valuable coin could already be in your pocket today. Next up, the 1989 Washington quarter is one of those modern American coins that many people spend every day without realizing it could hold collector interest and possible hidden value. At first glance, the coin may look ordinary, but collectors and coin hunters carefully search these quarters because certain examples can become valuable due to condition, mint errors, and unusual varieties. When people mention a 1989 D quarter without mint mark, it immediately creates excitement among collectors because Denver mint quarters from 1989 were supposed to carry a D mint mark. If the mint mark appears missing, collectors begin asking important questions. Was the coin damaged? Did the mint mark wear away? Or could it be a genuine mint error? These possibilities make the coin fascinating for beginners, treasure hunters, and experienced numismatists alike. Modern quarters like the 1989 issue are becoming increasingly popular because collectors now realize that even everyday pocket change can contain valuable surprises. The history of the 1989 Washington quarter connects directly to the long-running success of the Washington Quarter series in American coinage. The series first began in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. By 1989, the Washington Quarter had already become one of the most recognized coin designs in the world. During the late 1980s, the United States economy was expanding, consumer spending was growing, and quarters were heavily used in daily commerce. Vending machines, laundromats, arcade games, parking meters, and public transportation systems all depended on quarters. Because of this enormous demand, the United States Mint produced hundreds of millions of quarters every year. By this time, silver had long been removed from circulating coinage, and the quarter was made from modern clad metal instead of precious silver. Even though the 1989 quarter was created mainly for circulation, collectors today search for high-grade examples and rare mint errors because these modern coins can become surprisingly scarce in perfect condition. The design details of the 1989 Washington quarter remain classic and instantly recognizable to Americans. The obverse, or front side, features a portrait of George Washington facing left, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington appears the word Liberty, while the phrase "In God We Trust" is positioned to the left side of the portrait. The date, 1989, is displayed below Washington's neck. On standard Denver Mint examples, a small D mint mark appears to the right of Washington's ponytail area. The reverse side features a powerful eagle with wings spread wide while perched on a bundle of arrows. The arrows symbolize military strength and preparedness, while olive branches below represent peace. The words United States of America appear around the upper edge, and quarter dollar curves along the bottom. Above the eagle is the Latin motto, E Plus Unum. The coin is composed of outer layers made from copper and nickel bonded to a pure copper core. It weighs 5.67 grams, measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, and has a reeded edge that gives it the familiar appearance people recognize immediately. The mint mark information is especially important for this coin because the phrase, "without mint mark," can often create confusion. In 1989, quarters struck at the Denver Mint were required to carry the D mint mark. Philadelphia quarters from the same year carried a P mint mark because the Philadelphia Mint had already begun using mint marks on quarters in previous years. Therefore, a genuine 1989 D quarter should normally display the D. If the mint mark appears missing, several explanations are possible. The coin may have suffered wear or damage that removed the mint mark. In some cases, grease-filled dies can prevent parts of the design, including the mint mark, from striking properly. These are known as filled die errors and can create the appearance of a missing mint mark. However, true missing mint mark errors from the Denver Mint are extremely rare and highly collectible if verified by experts. This is why collectors carefully inspect these coins using magnification before assuming they have discovered a rare treasure. The mintage numbers for the 1989 Washington quarter were enormous because the United States Mint needed huge quantities of quarters for circulation. The Philadelphia Mint struck more than 512 million quarters, while the Denver Mint produced over 896 million examples. These massive numbers mean the coin is generally considered common in circulated grades. However, rarity changes dramatically in top mint state condition. Most quarters entered circulation immediately after production and quickly developed scratches, marks, and wear from daily use. Finding a sharply struck coin with original luster and very few imperfections can be difficult. Because of this, certified high-grade examples become much more desirable to advanced collectors and registry-set competitors. The value of a 1989 quarter depends heavily on condition, eye appeal, rarity, and mint errors. In poor condition, most examples remain worth only face value or 25 cents. Circulated coins typically range between 25 cents and $1 depending on overall wear and appearance. Fine condition examples may sell for $1 to $3, while extremely fine coins with light wear can bring $5 or more. Uncirculated coins showing strong original mint luster often range from $10 to $30 in lower mint state grades. Coins graded MS65 and above become more desirable because fewer survive in such clean condition. Very high-grade examples certified by companies such as PCGS or NGC can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some elite quality registry examples have achieved strong auction prices because collectors compete intensely for the finest known specimens. If a genuine authenticated missing mint mark error were discovered on a 1989 D quarter, the value could rise dramatically because collectors place strong premiums on rare minting mistakes. Rare errors and varieties are one of the biggest reasons collectors search through 1989 quarters today. Double die errors may show visible doubling on letters, numbers, or parts of the design. Off-center strikes happen when the planchet is not positioned correctly during striking, leaving part of the design missing. Clipped planchet errors occur when the coin blank is improperly cut, leaving a curved missing section along the edge. Die cracks appear as raised lines caused by damaged dies during production. Broad strike errors happen when the retaining collar fails, causing the coin to spread wider than normal during striking. Rotated die errors can produce unusual alignment between the obverse and reverse. Wrong planchet strikes are especially valuable because they occur when a quarter design is struck on metal intended for another coin denomination. Filled die errors are also important because they can make the mint mark appear weak or missing, which is why collectors pay close attention to any 1989 D quarter without a visible mint mark. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1989 quarter is that hidden treasures may still be found today. Since nearly 1 billion Denver mint quarters were released into circulation, these coins still appear in pocket change, coin jars, old drawers, inherited collections, estate sales, and bank rolls. Most people never inspect their quarters closely, which means valuable high-grade examples and unusual errors can still go unnoticed. Coin roll hunters continue searching through bank boxes of quarters, hoping to uncover rare varieties, mint errors, or pristine uncirculated pieces that escaped heavy circulation. Sometimes coins forgotten for decades inside old collections remain in remarkable condition and later become valuable collector pieces. Collectors should always examine a 1989 quarter carefully before selling or cleaning it. Cleaning is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make because harsh polishing or scrubbing permanently damages the coin's surface and lowers collector value significantly. Original surfaces and natural luster are highly important in numismatics. Collectors should inspect the mint mark carefully using magnification and proper lighting to determine whether the missing mark is a real mint error or simply damage. If the coin appears unusually sharp, brilliant, or contains a possible error, professional grading by services such as PCGS or NGC may help verify authenticity and maximize value. Proper storage is also important. Coins should be kept in protective holders or capsules away from moisture, humidity, and scratches. The investment potential for the 1989 Washington quarter depends mainly on condition, rarity, and collector demand for errors. Ordinary circulated examples are unlikely to become major investments because so many were produced. However, the market for modern certified coins has grown steadily over the past decade. Registry collectors compete aggressively for the finest known examples, and this competition helps push prices higher for top-grade coins. Error coins remain popular because collectors enjoy owning unique mint mistakes that stand out from ordinary circulation pieces. As interest in modern coin collecting continues growing through YouTube videos, online auctions, and social media, even coins from the 1980s are receiving much more attention than they once did. There are many fun facts about the 1989 Washington quarter that surprise casual collectors. Even though the coin contains no silver, some high-grade examples are worth much more than older silver quarters in lower condition. Another interesting fact is that modern coins can actually become harder to find in perfect condition because fewer people saved them carefully when they were new. Many collectors also enjoy searching for mint mark varieties and filled die errors because they create the appearance of mysterious, no mint mark coins. The Washington quarter design itself became one of the longest-running designs in American coin history before eventually being replaced by the state quarter series in 1999. As we wrap up this deep exploration of the 1989 Washington quarter, remember that valuable coins are not always ancient treasures made from gold or silver. Sometimes hidden treasures are sitting quietly in everyday pocket change waiting to be discovered by someone observant enough to look closely. The next time you find a 1989 quarter, inspect the mint mark, condition, and possible errors carefully because one small detail could make a huge difference in value. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, valuable mint errors, and hidden treasure stories from the exciting world of coin collecting. And before you spend your next quarter, take a second look because your next valuable coin might already be in your pocket right now.